How can understanding investor psychology help you invest better? Paul Hodes, head of Consumer Bank Wealth Management at Citibank, speaks to Patty Williams, associate professor from the Wharton School of Business, about the do's and don'ts of investing in unpredictable markets.
A whole lot of psychology has changed since the downturn of 2008. Even though the financial markets are exhibiting maybe relatively low volatility at the moment, there's a lot of volatility in the world. There's a lot of political uncertainty, cultural uncertainty in a lot of countries, a lot of upheaval, a lot of change, and that change is coming at an ever faster pace. So while it looks like there's not a lot of uncertainty in sort of financial decision making, the sense that there is uncertainty in the world and that generalized uncertainty might influence my behavior, might make me a little more conservative, a little more risk averse. I'm not quite sure what the future is going to look like as a result. All sorts of research suggesting that people are sort of short-term maximizers. We tend not to be good at thinking about the long run. We like to consume all of those sorts of things in the short run, and we don't necessarily like to delay gratification. Investing is all about delaying gratification. In the short run, people tend to regret things that they've done, and in the long run, they tend to regret things that they haven't done. What we want to do very often is try to get them to think about those longer run perspectives, right? Where they might be saying to themselves, if I don't do this, 15 years from now when I have to pay for college, 30 years from now when I'm ready to retire, I may not have the asset level, I may not have the sort of portfolio that I wish I had actually had.
How can investors start thinking, moving away from short-term focus, what's the market going to do this month, this week? Absolutely. What happens this week or next month is so incredibly small that the worry is misplaced.
Yeah. Emotions, and negative emotions in particular, are incredibly contagious. All you have to do is talk to one person who's feeling fear and anxiety, and suddenly your own fear and anxiety can get ramped up much more than it might have been previously. So there's actually quite a bit of research that looks at how people make decisions around reallocations and how they experience risk, depending on how frequently they observe outcomes in their portfolio. It's not surprising. If I check every minute, I'm much more likely to see that I'm in a loss kind of environment. Minute to minute, I might be up or down, right? And the more frequently I check, the more likely I am to get bad information. And the more likely actually people are to respond to short-term outcome as opposed to kind of thinking about that long run. So most of the advice actually suggests that you should look less frequently.
Understanding the impact of investor psychology on your behavior can help you invest better. For a start, seek out balanced views before making a decision, as negative emotions are particularly contagious. Also, take a longer-term perspective when investing, as being overly focused on short-term market events can cause unnecessary distress. We hope you find these insights interesting. For more information, please speak with a Citigold Relationship Manager.